Yo, what's up, Naya? We are back. I'm not sure if you have ads right now. If you don't, hi. We are back. Week-long vacation. 2-week-long vacation. How's it going? Well, if you don't respond, I'll assume you're in ads right now, and if so, I'll just use chat. Huge. Ad break, like, I click ad break, and then sometimes Twitch. That's the thing, they're not. Like, it says it's running ads right now, but, hey, we'll take it, right? How's it going? We need to bring this back. What back? The free camster? It was meh. I mean, it was barely a vacation in my opinion. I called a vacation. Yeah, we do. Bear brought it here, and she has not tended to her creature. Nah, vacation was okay. Like it felt kind of like a chore at times. I loved hanging out with my friends, but like I was showing for context, I would like my friends from the internet of about 10 years came to my hometown and we just showed them around. But like they planned it for a week. Here's a tip, guys. Never do a vacation for more than a week if it's not like a huge vacation. Like if you're going to Europe, if you're going somewhere international, of course, spend as much time. But like if the whole goal is to go to a relatively boring place, and hang out with people and all your collective hobby is video games, then it's not like it was fun. I had a great time, but you get tired easily, right? All different kinds of hamsters. I love whenever Pinterest decides to feed me up, but I think they're like just classified as reaction images. Um, yeah, I'd classify them as reaction images. I mean, what else do we use them for, right? Other than appreciate them as the pinnacle of art, but I love them. I need to like actually maybe even study them because like being able to draw things as expressive and funny is a great skill to have. Anyways, hello everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's currently 2 o'clock. Our new stream time, 2 p.m. Central Time. Hope you're all doing well. If not, well, guess what? We get some time to warm up today. I think I've prepped everything for once. I have like bags under my eyes. I don't know why. I've been sleeping well. Yet I feel tired, so who knows? I actually stayed in bed a little bit too much this morning. I had like a whole ass. I woke up at like 7 when my alarm was set, and I just stayed in bed and had another dream, and then woke up at 8, and then I felt lazy. But it's the weekend. I'm unemployed. I'm not in school anymore, so I'm owed maybe just a tiny bit of. Actually, no, it would be the opposite. Like now that I'm not working or in school, I ought to Oh yeah, also I zoomed in the camera, so we should be like moving in a little bit, shouldn't we? And also the camp lights just feel a little bit dark. Let's maybe fix that. How's that? It's not looking like it's doing anything. Okay, who cares? How's your day, Naya? How's it going? Man, using is this really a 0.45 millimeter? It feels so big. I guess I've been working just really small as of recent, but it feels obnoxious. It's going good. Good to hear. Playing Roblox, heck yeah. I wish, actually, I'm not sure if I wish I understood the appeal of Roblox because I understand it can be predatory. Um, but like I never played it as a kid. I feel like I have a little bit of FOMO. Everyone has like these nostalgic memories of certain things in Roblox, but I was definitely a like the Valve slash Minecraft. I started Minecraft when I was younger, and then I got into like TF2 probably when I was like 14, in which I think it's a 15 plus game. So ban me, ban me in my 6,000 hours. I've had all my fun. What are you doing in Roblox? What game? Like my friends, they like reminisce about the pizza game, and like I could only imagine. A little bit of fraying. the musical open tech game. So you could say anything, and I'll trust that you're playing it. I have no idea what it is. If you want, feel free to explain it. But if not, I'll make my assumptions. I do appreciate Roblox for the ability to um let young creators flourish. It is pretty impressive to me. Now I have heard of like Roblox like orgs, I guess you could call them, like kind of just making like child labor, like they make video games and they pay them nothing. Um which sucks. That's horrible. But like they're teaching them Lua, right, which is great. Um it's making all these young creators. It's like almost a new age Newgrounds in a way, which I love. Oh, Epic the musical. Sorry, my bad. I thought you meant like Epic, and responding to me. I'm playing the musical open tech game. Epic the musical. I've only heard of it. This is also another field which I'm woefully inept with, which is musicals. Jims has attempted to. I think maybe even Bear has sent a musical or two, or maybe it was Sadie. I can't remember. Engross me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In the world of musicals, like Hamilton and stuff. Is The Greatest Showman a musical? Also, I picked this mix. I learned about what new jazz is, like the genre, NU jazz. Because like that's what Nujibis kind of falls under. Holy crap! Is that why it's called new NU? Because Nujibis, dude, I'm so stupid. Wait. Also, what's up, Safi? Am I that stupid? Is that where the name comes from? Wikipedia, new jazz. Okay, no, okay. Okay, thank God. I thought it was really stupid because new came from Nujibis. It's not. New jazz began with the use of electronic instruments in the 1970s with contributions from artists like Miles Davis, shout out, Herbie Hancock, shout out, and Ornette Coleman, haven't heard of them. Herbie Hancock's work in the early 1980s, particularly his collaboration with Bill Laswell on the album Future Shock, played a pivotal role in defining the genre by incorporating electro and hip-hop rhythms. Future Shock's album cover looks sick. Maybe we have to give that a listen in a bit, guys. How is your night, I'm assuming? Or morning, technically? Let's see, we used to stream at 5. Whatever. What's on the bed? That is that is Baby Crow. It's a plush I got for my birthday. It's a little crow. I say raised. I really wish I raised a crow. But when I first created my bird feeder camera, a family of crows showed up, about 5 of them, and there was one baby crow, an adolescent. Actually, there's 2 adolescents, but like baby crow was definitely the youngest, which I don't get because I guess they hatched at the same time. Whatever. And so I got my sister got that for me for my birthday, and we named it after Baby Crow, who frequented the feeder. I usually wake up about like 6 or 7 a.m. to Baby Crow asking its parents for food. Adolescent crows are very loud. 10 p.m. Okay, that's not horrible. That's much better than it used to be. So 6, 7. Hey, it wasn't my fault. In truth, they would wake me up at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock p.m. a.m. in the mornings because they're very loud. I was never once annoyed by the crows waking me up in the morning. The only bird that has actually annoyed me in the mornings is cardinals, blue jays, and oh my god, tufted titmouse. Especially the tufted titmouse, because they have a song that's like beep 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 beep, and it just sounds like an alarm, and then they like just don't stop, and it's like oh. And then the blue jays just scream. That's all blue jays do, is they scream and steal peanuts and nests. So yeah, that is that's the downside of having a bird feeder right outside your bedroom window. But all in all, it has brought me great joy. And of course, my favorite birds to show up are the doves, other than the crows. Because the doves are so sweet, they're so nice looking. They do fight each other and like the cardinals sometimes, but we appreciate their presence. What are you working on this evening? Both, actually, Naya, I guess you told us you are playing Roblox. Safi, are you studying, I presume? Should I switch to a smaller fineliner? Like this one's just so, it feels so big. I don't know what happened. I guess I've also been drawing on my tablet a lot, and I've been using a very like, I've been being mindful to like use my full shoulder, which makes me have a smaller canvas size. Just got today's lectures. Ah, gotcha. Oh, everybody. I was hoping maybe to wait for some more people to walk in here. Um, but it's warm up. Who cares? Uh, I watched the Backrooms movie yesterday, and I can attest, even though I wouldn't say I'm like the most, I'm not the greatest movie critic. I'm not a very, I don't have sophisticated opinions, right? I'm like, oh, I like the movie or I don't, right? I liked it. I think it was perfectly great. It's exactly what I wanted. I'm especially not a horror movie aficionado. But I think artistically it was wonderful. It was exactly, I was worried. I was worried that it wouldn't be a Kane Pixels film, and it exactly was. He did not compromise on his vision. It looked great. It sounded great. We loved the like little trills in the background with the music. I will not spoil a single thing. Please, if you are able, go watch that movie in the theaters. Have some fun with it. Stylistically, it is very reminiscent of The Oldest View, which I'm so thankful because I love The Oldest View. I feel like it's basically like if Kane had, I mean, it's literally what happened. If Kane had a bigger budget, what would he do, right? And I'm so happy with that, right? The dude next to me in the theater, he was, okay, I'm not gonna say annoying, but he was like, he got his bill at the end of the movie, so he turned on his phone right next to me and just the bright ass light. That's not a bad thing. I'm being like picky, whatever. Anyways, like it was so funny. Like something would happen in the movie and he would go, "What the fuck?" Like under his breath, or stuff like that. And I just thought that was so. I appreciated that. Like it could have been annoying, but he was like, "Oh fuck!" Like he was getting so into it. I loved it. We are talking, Naya. We are talking about the Backrooms movie by Kane Pixels, also Kane Parsons. Great horror movie. In fact, my favorite horror movie of like the 10 horror movies I've watched ever. Actually, not even 10. It's probably like 5. I couldn't even name them, but I'm just estimating 5. I'd have to think about it. But yeah, no. It makes me so happy because I love The Oldest View. I know I already said this. And my prevailing issue with Kane Pixels and watching Kane's work is I wish there was more, right? He creates this intriguing and just weird world. And we get a small glimpse into it every time he makes something on YouTube, every time he makes something now in the movies. And like I walked out of that movie wishing there was more. Not that it was incomplete, but that he just made something so interesting and so unique. During BRB, I'll look up some statistics so far as to how much money he's grossed. Because I would love for him to win some awards for this. He's extremely young. I feel like not just what the movie was, like just like the plot, or it was great and like what it was saying and doing. But it also looked great. There was definitely this theme and style he was going for the entire time. And it wasn't this kind of just, common, liminal theme, right? It was definitely liminal in that sense. But his use of blue throughout the film. And I guess is yellow the complementary to blue? Oh no, it's orange. Yeah, purple, yellow. Yeah. Damn. Okay. Well, because I was gonna say like you have the yellow back rooms and there's many scenes in there that were now blue. And I bet like, it's adjacent, right? Oh. My dad's texting me about stream, cool. It's like, when did you start doing the camera? He's instead having to sit through my review of the Backrooms movie, which I actually think I was going to text my dad about I think my dad should watch the Backrooms movie. It's very important. I think my dad isn't fond of horror movies, but I think he should go see it. I think everybody should go see it. $14, come on, like why not? I mean, that was at my movie theater, and I got a water. I didn't. Man, looking at the movie theater menu, just the drinks, like, okay, drinks are expensive, but like soda was like $7. What are we doing? Oh my god, man. That was the real horror movie, jeez. And now we got Signs by Nujabes. The Sign, yeah. This is such a great song. That's Nujabes. All of it's good. Come on. But yeah, so after that movie, returning to my apartment alone was harrowing. Because, like, it's a whole movie. Okay, one of the themes of the movie, and I won't say anything more than this, so slight spoilers for Backrooms, is being alone. That's a slight theme in there, right? And you kind of understand that's going to happen when you have a movie like the Backrooms, right? And so, like, returning to my apartment, it's dimly lit. And if you'll notice, my walls are somewhat yellow colored. I don't know. I was just drawing similarities to the movie. Who doesn't whenever they watch a horror movie and then go home? But yeah, highly recommend it. I only checked. My dad probably left the stream once I wasn't paying attention on my phone. He must have a very boring weekend if he's tuning into this art stream. Is there not a formula race happening this weekend? Oh, also, everybody, as per the stream title over on Twitch, or I guess the stream announcement, today may be the day we finish the soap dispenser construction. And if so, we have some 50% I've been working. It's okay. I wouldn't call it 50% because I've been like, it's high cognitive load. And I'm focusing on implementing things I've recently learned into it, so I wouldn't call it 50%. But I definitely would call it just drawing, right? Like, drawing other than learning, right? We're just doing something. We're making something, so we ought to find another word for 50% that kind of describes we're not learning or exercising. Drawing for the sake of it, for sure. What do you call it? Practice? You're practicing the things you've learned? Who knows? Oh my god, my nose. Oh my god. The reason I turned on face cam is so you guys can see me pick my nose whenever my allergies are bothering me. Now, an interesting consideration from watching Backrooms is, will I be watching more horror movies now? Probably not. I'm not the biggest fan of being scared. Like, well, the thing, I love the fear I got from The Oldest View. I liked that kind of fear and that feeling. Like, it felt cool. And I liked the experience, I guess. Not necessarily the fear, but the experience, right? But other horror movies were just kind of jump scare or stuff. Not to be reductive, right? There are great horror movies out there. Like psychological horror, still, that just messes with me, right? Thankfully, I think we're somewhat done with ellipses for the soap dispenser construction. We just have a couple more curves, and that I'm worried about, but I'm feeling decently warmed up today. Just why does this pen feel so large? Something's off there. Anyways, okay, you guys know the drill. 2 minutes of ads. We're going to come back. We're going to hopefully finish the soap dispenser this stream. That's what we're hyping it up for. And then if we have time or if I'm feeling up to it, we can do some personal drawing. I guess that's what we'll call it. I lost my pen cap. So while I go look for that, we will be right back. We're back. Cool. So, everybody, we are close to the end. We have some scary lines remaining. Let me actually make sure the main scene's all put together. Oh, forgot to set the timer. Oops. Cool. Let's head over here. Nice. So, what the hell? Oh god, this is intimidating. It's so unfortunate that this, it's like almost a perfect line, just by virtue of how it looks. It's whatever. But now we have things set up. We have the power, to do the curves for. Where's my soap dispenser? There it is. We have the curves right here. Oh, let's start that timer too. To do, and then the neck, which we outlined right here. So we are very close to being done. It is scary. It is so scary. And my nose is so itchy. But we will survive. So, starting off, part of me, this will complicate it a bit. Part of me wants to do vertical lines from the edge of the bottom of the lips that causes that, or like that starts the curve that we need. For no really particular reason. One thing, so one failure of the first time that we did this was, like the resulting ellipse that I created felt wrong. It felt really weird, and I don't know why. So we're just gonna be cognizant. We're gonna be careful here. If it doesn't come out, hey, that's how it'll be. Let's get to it. Nice. You know, I set my phone far aside this stream to charge it, because somehow it's already at 50%. And I was like, no one's gonna text me during stream. And then my dad texts me about the stream. What are the odds? Okay, so let's get some tape, actually. That's well within frame. Good stuff. Also, Safi, if you want me to zoom it in more, even though you're probably studying right now and you aren't really looking, let me know. However, I think it's probably an adequate zoom, given that I kind of like spin it around and do all crazy stuff with it. Where should the tape go? Right up here for right now. Nice. So, okay, maybe it shouldn't go right there. Like stuck to the table. Oh god. Please. There we go. Yo, what's up, Bear? How's it moving? I built the slime farm on the Minecraft server wrong again. This is my second time building it. It's because I can't measure the coordinates correctly because I forgot they do coordinates differently in this version. So I'm distraught. I'm so sad. But we'll figure it out. You're eating lunch. Heck yeah, what we eating for lunch today? If it's anything notable. I'm gonna do another piece of tape because it vexes me. Yo, Delano, what's going on? Very early stream, Delano. This is the new stream time. Grilled squid and stir fry. You told us, Bear, you came in here while eating lunch just to flex on us, just to be like, I'm eating this cuisine. And hey, you win. I want that. Also, this song is like house. This is not like, this is not the new jazz I signed up for. It sounds great, but that's not what we want today. Delano, how's it going? Congratulations on finishing your study of, I forgot her name's head from Demon Slayer. Here we go. This is more what I was looking for. So yeah, we're going to be making a line. I'm going to guesstimate from here to here-ish. That'll be our first one because it's the easiest to notice. As for what, if we finish this today, we will be working on a drawing that's been largely inspired by Ryoko Koi's art style. It's a drawing that you guys may be familiar with. And I wanted to take it a direction. I wanted to level it up. A lot learned. I think I can tackle heads a lot better. Huge. I've been slowly but surely working up the courage to pursue human anatomy and faces and stuff. But I think I'm going to push it off even further because I'm sick and twisted like that. And I'll keep drawing my stupid animals for now. There's this insidious like false thought in my head, which is like if I continue drawing animals a ton, which I don't think is a bad thing, who cares? That like when I pursue drawing humans, they'll look animalistic in some way. I don't think that's inherently true. Maybe in some ways. And maybe it could be cool. So I'm not gonna stress myself out about it, but I do think it's an interesting thought that like my experience there will bleed over into it. But I don't think it's true, primarily because I've drawn the human body plenty, and it doesn't look very animalistic to my knowledge. So, I think I'll be fine. At the end of the day, everything's boxes. There's not an animalistic box versus a humanoid box, I guess. I think this is good. Let's hope. Cool. That's line one. This one, we have a lot of adjacent lines to help us out. It is now just a game of retaining my sanity. It's gonna be like this. Yeah. I also got a meal prep today, so we may have to end. That's what, like, I want to do a longer stream, but at the same time, I got like a lot of chores to do tonight, so we'll see what happens. And there's specifically one technique that I learned of that makes sense, and I finally refound the Pinterest tutorial on how to do it that I would like to try once this drawing is said and done. This is AI-generated music. Get out of here, please. Thank you. Why are you in this mix? This is also, why are you in this mix? We are changing the playlist. That is so upsetting. We have the likes of Substantial in here. Let me look at this this artist. Let me look at them real quick. We're gonna audit this. I'm not gonna put them on blast, but like if all of your art and album covers is AI generated, and your artist description is very, let's see, is this a drawbox? This is lesson 6, brother. I would say as evidenced by the stream title, but I've changed the stream title. Interesting. I don't know. I always feel Sketch verified for authenticity. But all of your artwork is AI generated. So like who do I trust? Who do I trust, man? Venture back to spawn from the spruce travels. I wish you the best of luck. You are carrying a very important thing. I don't know. I was just trying to find some flower language for that, but that's about all. Changing playlists, that pisses me off. I could just hit like Nujibus, but like I want to do something new. I want to listen to new music and artists. Let's try this. This may be very different from what we're used to, so hang in there. Ooh. Okay. I'm excited. I'm gonna try building the slime farm one more time. And if it's not right, it's not right. It still works, just it pisses me off that it's like slightly wrong. So I need to just figure things out. Because I went to a coordinate and it said negative 0 point something. I'm like, oh, dang it. Like I messed up. So. Alrighty. That's probably about good. Yeah, that feels good. Let's do it. Okay, it was a little bit too far to the left, but it's fine. I've learned easily and very quickly that in Minecraft beta, dude, you will die, like, quickly. Like, that game does not care. Then again, I don't think I was wearing any armor earlier today. I haven't died yet, surprisingly. But, like, you know, you don't have saturation to passively heal you while you're being attacked or anything. Like, you just are dead. Okay. I do think there is a bit of a culture war that exists between beta Minecraft players. And this isn't, like, a real one. Or, like, a substantial one, for lack of a better word. But I do feel like there's this, like, air of disagreement. So maybe culture war isn't the best word for it. But maybe just a disagreement in how Minecraft should be enjoyed. Oh, I remember we made the mistake of the wrong lines here. And so this is me fighting with that mistake. It's too symmetrical, so we need to be a little bit more. I think that's probably good. They hate, I can see that, especially in the subreddit, sorry, I didn't read that. Yeah. I am very indifferent. They hate hunger. They're like, hunger ruined Minecraft. I don't know, I still feel like I specifically chose beta 1.7.3 because there was no Ender Dragon, but I feel like 1.0 could also be fun. Just, yeah. The notion of having the end goal kind of like literally a dimension called the end felt like it's subtracted from what I wanted to get out of this world, which is indefinite. Like, you know, I'm here to make for the sake of making, right? For the sake of exploring, right? Figuring out, even though it's very difficult, you know, things like how do chunks work? How do slime chunks work, right? Putting myself in the shoes of a curious unknower. Unknower? Non-knower? I'm ignorant, right? And so I get that kind of joy of exploring things fresh for the first time again. You know, I joined Minecraft during, like, I'd say the earliest version I played was 1.5? Maybe a bit earlier than that. Non-beta, but like, you know, main game 1.5. And then, of course, by then we had many luxuries. I mean, we almost got horses very soon after that. I remember being freaking amazed when they added horses. I don't know why that was such a pivotal update for me. Was that the first new passive mob in a while, I guess? And it had so much utility. And the fact that you could put chests on donkeys, I was like, holy, this changes everything. Have I really ever used a chest donkey before? No. Hell, I barely even used isn't there chests in boats now? What is this? There's some like building arpeggio in the background. Is that what an arpeggio is? I need to learn what that is. I almost drew the complete wrong line, guys. That would have been miserable. Awful, horrendous, heinous, evil. Oh, it's because I didn't draw this line in the first place. That's like half of it. There are chests and boats. Yeah, okay. This is some chaotic music. I was thinking of playing Manifold Garden, the Manifold Garden. Why am I waving this at you guys? The Manifold Garden OST. I just realized why I've been sucky about reading chat recently, and it's not because of vacation. I've been trying harder to look at the camera while I'm talking, but that means I have to look in two places. So, like, what's going on? We're switching. We're skipping this song. Sorry, Danny Keene. Great music, but not the vibe for right now. Cool. Here comes from the hard part, guys. We have to make a curve. We have to make multiple curves. And that's tough and scary. But we got it. Multiple small curves. Ooh. That's scary too as well. One day a construction, like my last lesson 7 construction is just gonna I'm gonna try to pull it off the table and it rips. Then again, if it's the last construction I ever do for Drawbox, I wouldn't be too upset about redoing it, right? Because that's the last one. So if this ripped, oh my god, I would be so distraught. See, this plane seems a bit too small, but we're gonna act like that doesn't exist. Also, Bear, I've been meaning to ask, in regards to the Minecraft server, are you planning to add a tongue to the frog? This sounds so strange out of context. And if so, do you need any red wool? Actually, yeah, heck yeah. Feel free to take any and all wool from my mob drops chest. I have no use for it at all. Actually, I may one day, but well, we'll maybe have a passive mob farm by then. Safe, I think. Let's hope. God, this lesson builds character, man. Why is that so tall? Oh, I drew it wrong. My bad. Shit. Well, okay. I drew it a millimeter too low, but it's whatever. Sigh. We're still okay. We're still alive. Things are still happening. If that ain't a low blow, I don't know what is. Also, we drew that to the right line. Okay. I mean, could anyone blame me for... you can blame me. I'm just not the brightest. But for... this is at the point where if I was digital, I would mirror the canvas for this curve just to help me out, but... I think we're okay. Ooh, damn. That sucks. Curves always freaking destroy me, man. It's always such a shame. Kavel, use your French curve. That wouldn't help me too much here, sadly. Did I use like a nasally annoying voice for that? I'm sorry. Ah, damn. Oof. Well, you win some, you lose some. Yikes. Should we do another ellipse there for the curve? How do you do an ellipse for that? Because it's not like a. Ooh. I don't know how to do that curve. The curve I'm trying to figure out is so how we have the construction going right now is on the tape soap dispenser. I thought that was like a crack in it or something. I was about to be so scared. Um, we have lines at each quadrant, kind of saying, "Hey, this is where it is." But for like, how this is constructed is there's this. These trumpets need to calm the hell down. Let's turn it down a little bit. There we go. There's infinitely many of these lines. That's what makes up the form, right? 3D. Uh, we can't draw infinitely many lines, sadly. The string doesn't run that long. So we have to guesstimate, and that vexes me. We can kind of like gauge guesses as to where it'll be. I just really don't like guessing for this lesson. Yeah, I think that's fine. I could put this away. Take a sip of water real quick. I want to reiterate, take a sip of water real quick. I like stumbled through that word, jeez. Cool, cool. Shit. Okay. I mean, we're at the stage now. It's now time. It's time to start doing this. Holy. Okay, we'll start bottom up because I feel like it. These are the final lines. That feels good. It's a little bit off. That's okay. You win some, you lose some. What the hell is happening in my ears right now? What is this playlist? I'm not built for this. Ticket. Is this all the same song? It is, dude. What is happening here? This band is called the Big Tusk, so I have high hopes. It just sounds cool. That's the only reason. It's no wonder the lines are slightly off. I just remembered, like, I drew these ellipses. Of course they're going to be, like, pretty off from where it's actually going to land. So we have to play the age-old game of mitigating error a little bit. Yipes. And then we can use curves to, like, make those larger ellipses a little bit more manageable. This is rather it can be rather cool. We're just having a tangent between these two ellipses. The game, though, is to find where the best tangent will be. I think it's right there. Here at Kavel Draws, we're good at going on tangents. It's so stubby. It's so embarrassing. Okay, this is like house music. Huge urethra. I'm back at home. Oh, I wish you did that for the rest of the stream. Why did that get auto-modded? Oh, DD. What? Did think you were trying to spell dick or something? Who knows? Anyways, we are doing manifold. The streamer that freezes. I have to watch the VOD to see if like I actually freeze like that. Most zenned out YouTube test dick. Yep, you got auto-modded. No dick on the YouTube, guys. I can't change the auto-mod on you. I can make it less strict. Let's see how less strict I can make it. Of course, it's Bear testing the auto mod once again. Who's been drawing dicks? Those who know. Customization. Oh, I have to go into like this stupid portal for the stupid medicine. Moderate racism on. Thankfully, I don't think we've had any racisms that I can remember. The only time has it... I can't remember if there's been any like ever crazy egregious offense that I'm so glad Automod caught. But I really don't think that's been a thing. Where the hell is this stupid... I can't remember. It's always so hard to... Oh, wait. I think I remember. Stream settings. Here we go. Okay, it's not there. Who knows? I tried. What? There we go. Cool. I was actually watching a video earlier today of a Northern Line. He calls it the chat audit. Whenever someone's like being obnoxious in chat, he does /user and like gets all their information to see if he's gonna ban them. And there was one where this one chatter kept being like, "Why is the screen like this? This is lame." Blah blah blah. And I was like, that is just cat. Like, we found cat, and Lewis Hamilton is your favorite racist. I don't know why it took me like. I was like, wait, did Lewis Hamilton say something crazy on Twitter or something? Like, what? No. I was like, oh, wait. I need to look up how he's doing this season. Probably not too well. Who was the dude on Williams that's been kind of like cooking Russell? He's been doing really well. Screw. I'm sorry. Like, there's probably Russell fans out there. But he just looks like a Bond villain. I'm sorry. Like, respect to him. You know, I can't drive cars like that. Do you sometimes look at building and your mind starts analyzing the forms and intersections and planes? I do that. No, I only really do that when I look at, like, drawings in front of me. I could definitely understand how that could happen. But, nah. I'm trying to remember the last thing I, like, analyzed in real life. It was a tree. I was looking at the shadows under a tree. I was just chilling in the park. I looked at the shadows in a tree. That was like a month ago, maybe. I wish I could LARP as like a really I don't know. What's the word? Studious artist. I don't know. Studious student of the arts. I don't know. Who's like constantly being like, oh yeah, how's that happen? But the only time I really like delve into certain things in terms of art is when I'm looking at other art. Like, he's gonna say the name again, Trent Fiddler. I asking why at every point, why you did that, why you did that, or just any artist I encounter on Pinterest that I like. Ironically, it's a really good way of telling if something's AI or not. Obviously, I'm not the best at that, but AI can't tell you why. Why did I overlap my tapes like that? I'm a chud. I always tries to apply exercises unconsciously. Hey, there you go. It's a great habit to have. This is a bit strange. I know why I'm about to draw this line. I just never thought it'd be possible to have a line like this, or like you should have a line like this, but it makes sense. I would explain why, but like, look at this mess. What the hell? I was looking at my tape dispenser the other night. I can't remember why. I was looking at the lesson 6 chat and I was just scrolling up to see other people's work and I saw my tape dispenser. I was like, I really peaked there. Like this is ass. Like, bro, they're getting better and better. I'm starting to smell the AI work, but I kind of find it, yeah. Like I could usually get a vibe, but like who knows all of the, it's like all the things I didn't catch, right? Like I don't know. I can only tell if I have like true positives generally. I'd say my true positive rate for identifying AI art is like 95%. Peak in the sense that like this thing is just looks crap. Obviously, that's not how art works. That's a very negative way of looking at your own art, etc. I felt the same way in lesson 5 though. Because you're sold this illusion by somebody evil. So the shadow government, who knows, whatever. I'd say like modern educational systems in a way where, if you're good at one lesson, then you're done, you go to the next, right? Or like progress is linear in a sense. Like you understand how to use the quadratic equation, and that's kind of one done, right? But drawing, I'd say learning isn't like that, and especially drawing. Because in lesson 5 this was very prevalent where I'd do like I did like 3 constructions in Animal, which I shouldn't have. That was grinding, but like first construction was wobbly, second construction was great, I loved it, and then third construction was crap, and I was like, how does that work? Why is this happening? And after reading the Dynamic Bible a little bit, kind of makes sense in a way, because the way Peter Hahn has gone about it, which I really like studying things, is like there's 3 iterations. The first one is like the basic shapes, what shapes make up the subject. Then 2 is form. So now that we have these shapes, how can I put form here, right? Because shapes are great for proportions and just kind of getting the vibe and language of a subject, right? And form, of course, gives it form. And that's, in a way, how I started to approach lesson 5 at some points. Not calling myself Peter Hahn at all, but instead there's, I stumbled upon, through much failure, a somewhat coherent way of doing things where I looked at it very observationally first via shapes. I was learning about plumb lines and how to place shapes relative to each other. And then I would apply the structure. And then his third iteration is detail. Peter Hahn Jr., not at all, man. I wish. It actually, like, looking at Peter Hahn's art actually stresses me out. Like, no joke. Like, I don't know, Trent Fiddler, I love the subject matter so much that the fact that I am eons away from Trent Fiddler is okay to me. Right? It's okay. He could be up there, right? But I look at Peter Hahn and I'm just like, holy crap. There's so much good stuff happening here. I'm looking at the eldritch horrors beyond my imagination. I'm trying to comprehend them, and it's failing, and it's not a good choice to try to do that. My small baby art brain is exploding. These are the early baby steps, right? And it's no doubt definitely a feeling that many feel and even scares away some, myself included. But we cannot let that intimidate us too much because we have a lot of cool stuff to do. I shouldn't have put that much weight on that line. God, the dynamic Bible is stupid. Stupid good, not like stupid bad. The way he lays out the information, the watercolor. Oh my god, watercolor, dude. I'm not sure if it was all watercolor, but a lot of it is. However, the intro to the book, it does stress me out because Peter Hahn's teacher, I can't remember his name, but like the first day of class, he made everyone come up to the board and sketch something. I'm sorry, but if I had a class, like that stresses me the hell out. I remember high school, I got into math honors, and the first day of class, you are called upon to go write on the board the solution to the problem. And I legit told the teacher, hey, I don't know how to do this. And she was like, just try. I'm like, I don't even know. What do you want from me? Safe to say, I transferred out of that class, and that teacher was a horrible teacher. But not because she did that, I don't think. She was horrible for other reasons. Also, that neck is thick. What the hell? It doesn't teach color. He has stuff in there about value and texture, but color, no, it doesn't. It has an earlier section on texture. Kind of just value and hatching. The first one's on penmanship, I should say. And then it goes into a small blurb about texture, and then at the end of animals, right before you get into the object section, specifically like the vehicles, it has a small segment on more texture and value. So like, one of these examples is if you have like a very like rough, kind of destroyed surface, how and how not to apply it on there, right? Like if there's bullet holes in a surface, how do you make that texture, etc. Which the main thing I learned from both the penmanship and the texture sections is most materials kind of can be separated into two camps, which is like very glossy and then very like rough, highly reflective. And so with reflective, you get a lot of contrast. So like this ruler, for example, if I was doing a texture of it, I would have more contrast. So more contrast and value, which I was like, holy crap, I never even thought about that. Was he working on the Bible part 2? I would love to, because I want to see what's in there. It sounds exactly what Drawbox is making us do. Didn't think it was that close. Well, wasn't Uncomfortable taught by Peter Hahn? Oh, God. Am I mistaken? I always get this wrong. I had the opportunity to study under amazing instructors like Peter Hahn, Kevin Chin, James Paik, hopefully, and John Park. So yeah. I read the whole book. I've been reading it and rereading it and rereading it over. It's such a good one to look at. I feel like every time I look at it, I learn something a little bit new. His channel is full of demos from the book and outside. I highly recommend. I watched some of those, and then also his journal review of the on Proco, I believe it was, where he talked about like how he made the book in the first place, and just seeing him flip through those pages is so cool. And man, my nose is killing me. I don't know what's up. But yeah, I love the Dynamic Bible a ton. It's a tough book because it doesn't. It gives you exercises in a way. It tells you like, here's your penmanship exercises to get. It's very much in line with Drawbox, because Drawbox was inspired by it, right? This is the wrong side of the ruler. But it's definitely a book that if you want to get something from, you should make your own exercises, right? Because like, cool, Cav, like it's cool that you learned contrast in this way, right? Like there are glossy and matte materials, and everything can kind of be into two camps. Is that an oversimplification? Yes, but like that's kind of what learning is about, right? You don't learn about everything at once. And so now when I approach textures, I can be like, okay, where does it fall on the scale between glossy and matte? And how much contrast will I use? And now I'm seeing it a ton. Like when I was watching that one anime, You Can Do It, Nakamura-kun or whatever, the hair, right? Why does hair is just like black and this band of white? Because it's highly it's a very glossy material. compared to clothes, which you don't typically see highlights on clothes unless it's like a really reflective one. And the contrast is then much, more dull. And you can have room for smaller, more ingrained textures. So that's why whenever you look at like Ryoko Koi, if you look at the manga, right, you have more dappling for clothes versus what's her name's hair? Oh my god, the cat. It's Izumi's hair, which is really reflective, right? And so that one screenshot I shared on the anime channel of it's Izumi. I think am I saying the name correctly? Who knows? Thinking of herself, right? You can see not only is a great example of how you should dumb down detail for when something gets smaller. That's why I like it a bit. But her chest plate has like that dappling, smaller texture effect. Is it Sumi? It's Izumi. I don't know. Yes, Bear Mug said yes to one of them. The classic way of teaching is crazy to me. Just the demo thing and explain it, and you're the one supposed to design the exercises. That's tough, man. That's really freaking tough. That's so. In my probably the most effective class I've ever taken in my life as for computer science was basically it was a competition, right? Where everybody is split into teams and you have to make viruses and antiviruses, and every other team throws it at each other. The professor, while he gave you kind of like an example of how to make some of these, it's really up to you. You have to, he was like, hey, this is like first and foremost a class in data science. You have to be able to know how to make a machine learning model. You have to, it would be helpful to know how to make a dropper, how to make whatever other type of malware, right? And he gave us examples and samples to work with and stuff like that. But it was definitely a class where he would give you like 5 research papers a week. He would give you 3, but there's others that he would recommend. You have to read them and then implement what they did, right? In a very naive and simple way. Like, you're not recreating the work of researchers that fast as an undergrad. Nonetheless, right? But yeah, that was like the most involved and freaking psychotic class I think I've ever taken. But it prepared me for future work that I did in future classes to be extremely independent in my own education, and to kind of optimize. Was that the class that I also pulled the most all-nighters for and was very unhealthy? Yes. that was I can't remember how long ago. There was like a 2-week period where I didn't stream because I was awake like every other day of the week finishing the work for that class. It was absurd. That was awful. I don't think, I don't think it's a good thing to be like, you can only learn through triage, but I think moments like those are definitely signs that learning it was really cool. It was really fun, but man, that class killed me. that was, wow. That was a lot. He looks young, but talks like an old man. That always threw me off. He looks so freaking young. And then one of his videos, he was like, yeah, about 20 years ago. And I was like, what? Like, how old is he? In his 40s, right? And Peter Hunt, if you're watching this, 40 is not old. 38. He says 38 currently on Twitch. Where's this man's Wikipedia page? I turned 44 on the 12th of May in 2026. He is 44 years old. 44 years young, Mr. Han. As if he's ever going to see this. But he would say like stuff like that 20 years ago. I'm like, that's how long I've been alive, bro. Like, calm down. But it's also a blessing. This is a bit of a side tangent. I'm so glad that I get to draw, supposedly, hopefully, right? Everything goes right. I get to draw for the rest of my life. Like, isn't that such a blessing that we get to do that? $27 or something before I knew his age. Me too. I thought he was like no more than like 32. Right? Alrighty. So my kind of theory for this is when I'm trying to make the curve for the rounded part. And my theory, I'm not sure if this is true, is there is some plane that is perfectly like, I wouldn't say parallel to the viewer, but there's a point where that curve dominates. So we're seeing like the gradient of this edge. Because all this is a 2D projection, right? So that's all of what drawing and construction is. So let's pause the lie we learned in lesson 2 of thinking that this is a window, and let's talk about this math-wise, right? If this is a projection, and we had let's suppose this box was like 45 degrees, all angles, like we're peering down at perfect. That just makes the math easier. If we have an ellipse inside of it, this sucks. Oh God. I have an idea. I don't know how to put it in words yet, though, so we're just gonna try. Oh shit. Damn. Okay. Let him cook, as they say. Do not let me cook. I'm about to make such a bad line. It's gonna ruin everything. Get ready for this, guys. Also, Bear, I was informed by Naya today that we have to bring back the free camster. It's already here, just like it's been underused, in my opinion. We haven't done it justice. I feel like it's one of those things that if we don't tend to it, it will come to haunt us. I jive with this. Doing an ellipse above this would save us a ton. Free camster is dead. They killed them. So doing an ellipse above this one where all these curves would actually help me kind of guesstimate where everything should be. So in the future, we'll do that. I'm too lazy to do that right now because I'm an evil and horrible person. Ay! Yikes. Oh my god. We need to stop. What the hell? Oh god. Frick, man, that's bad. Ah, jeez. Well, we'll have to survive with that. That feels better. That's a lot better. God, this is bad. Oh, whatever. We'll live. We'll live. Okay. Now we just need to do the neck, and we're done, and we can just worry about thickening curves, as the kids say. We're doing on time. We're doing great on time. We'll decide if we do 50% on stream or I go do my meal prep after this. Deal. I would like redemption for the character guessing game, character color guessing game, because 2 of them were characters I had no idea about, like anything about them. Like I hadn't watched their shows. Then again, I didn't watch a crazy amount of cartoons, and I definitely haven't in a long time. So I am kind of at a disadvantage with that game entirely. But I still like it a lot. I think it's a very fun game. I think if it was characters that I knew well, there's some mode for that. Going back to watch Adventure Time from beginning to end. Ooh, heck yeah. Good pick, good pick. Oh, shoot. Cav, you're a chud. I need to find the intersect between these two, which I can do a number of ways. And I have a very cheap trick. Shout out cheap trick. As to how I plan to do that, but any Dan Hinchel fans in the chat? You see the shoe video? I feel like that one's a game changer. I feel like we've entered an era of that scared the shit out of me. We've entered an era of Dan Hinchel prop comedy not seen before. Dude, why are we doing this? Oh, geez. That was scary. I'm so glad I have face cam now, because now I can, like, clip my mic freaking falling and reverse engineer the reason why. Dude, this pisses me off so much. I should have rotated it more and ghosted more. It says everyone ever. That seems good. We do this, and it's basically there. Cool. And then what we can do intersection moment. Uh-oh. I have to really think about intersections. Yo, what's up, QR? Great to see you. Welcome, welcome. It's been a minute. Mainly because of my fault, not yours. I haven't been streaming. And it wouldn't be a fault in the first place if you didn't show up. How's it going? That was bad. That was a bad series of things. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. If this was going... How does that work? It means it could be slower than... So... This probably goes out like... this. Which means all the others are going like that. So it's going to have a slower... Better posture, geez. Oof. Believe it or not, QR, this sounds very fake. It's like one of those like, oh, I would have gone to your party, I just didn't have time. I was gonna do just Thursday, and then when I got back to my apartment on Thursday, it was 2 p.m. and I was like, there's no way I'm setting up my computer. Like it wasn't happening. But I did see all of it, and maybe next Thursday I'll be able to do it. I'm very excited for doing it. Okay. We're done, mostly. It's now just thickening up the lines and stuff. So this is arduous and scary and all in between, but we can do it, guys. Yeah. It gives me an excuse to use this pencil more, which I just love for gestures a ton. I'm not as bold as you. I saw yours were ink, right? And I'm only saying bold in the sense because like gestures typically, you know, don't erase, right? But I just love the feeling of pencil. And it gives you value as well. Meanwhile, ink, you typically don't have that luxury. Not sure if you guys saw, but we have a new draw. Actually, are they a Drawbox graduate now? Let's see. I've been waiting every day. I've been checking to see if they're finished or not. Do they have the roll? Nope, they still have lesson 6 roll. So they have not been graded yet. Official critique. Holy crap. But yeah, Faust may be a new Drawbox grad. That would be so freaking cool. I'm sorry, it's so, okay. I ranted about Parkour Civilization yesterday and how it's like not slop, but there's no substance. I think Safi put it well, right? Uh, you know what? Okay, I was about to liken Parkour Civilization to Drawbox, where like lesson 7 is like the Netherite boots. That's stupid. Ink for gestures, but I really started enjoying pencil for 50%, so I tried for it, and it was nice. Yeah, man. Like a really like not like soft pencil for gestures. I say randomly, but because of digital painting, pencil kind of feels similar. Oh, okay, cool. Well, heck yeah. Alright, here we go, guys. I'm gonna whip out the French curves. This is the end of the soap dispenser. This could go really well. This could go really poorly. I don't know. So stay tuned. This is me engagement farming. It's like Jax Films did a video on it recently. These streamers who scam children, much like me, who they're like about to dial 911, or they're like playing Jenga or like playing the game, and then so they get a bunch of people hopping in the stream because of the anticipation. And then they're like, hey guys, if you join our Roblox giveaway, donate $5 and I'll give you 1 billion Robux. And then they donate $5 and they don't give them Robux, right? And it's all pre-recorded. Why did I bring that up? Oh yeah, because like the anticipation. Lesson 6 soap dispenser almost finished, guys. Make sure to hit that like button so I'm the line comes out well. Is my head in the camera? It isn't. Or at least not in the main camera. There we go. Is it dark enough? I think it's practically there. I want to go super dark though, because then the lines that I messed up and drew over, those kind of get hidden to the initial view of it. I mean, Uncomfortable is still going to see it whenever he critiques this. But if I do enough, then you don't see it on your first glance. And remember, we're catering to make things look pretty. We're not learning here. We would never do that. We're just trying to make pretty pictures, as is Drawbox philosophy, right? Learning is bad. This is why we don't have clipping enabled, because someone would clip this, send it straight to Uncomfortable's office, and I would be expelled. Last you guys see of me. God, maybe I should. You're losing your Drawbox ring. What was it? I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to. Uncomfortable was considering, and was. I have not heard about this in a year, and this is not like a thing, okay? This is a passive, salient statement he made of an idea that he had a long time ago that I don't know if has been realized or not, but probably not. So don't ask him about it because I told you guys. This was in the Patreon chat a long time ago. But he was considering, or there was talks about making a cool Drawbox medallion that you could buy, right? Just a medallion or like a coin, because he likes Uncomfortable has admitted he's like a gremlin and he likes like shiny coins and stuff. He has a treasure chest, for those who don't know. You think I'm joking? He has a treasure chest and it's awesome. Anyways, and he was thinking there was like an idea at one point that if you finish Drawbox, you can buy one of those coins, medallions. But I think the reason why he didn't go through with it is it would just be like logistically difficult to like verify who could buy it and stuff. But it's a really cool concept. And my greedy materialist ass would be buying a Drawbox coin if I finish Drawbox. Like, hell, I get a shiny thing? Like the Green Brothers thing? Actually, yeah, a little bit like that. However, I would doubt this one. So I actually looked into buying one of those medallions. Holy crap, they're expensive. Like, I really wanted to, but dude, it was just a little bit too far out of my price range or something like that. All for his pleasure, you know it. And actually, I don't think he grades lesson 6 anymore, but Dio's toilets. I wonder how the Dio toilet gag came to be. I need some explanation of that lore. Okay. When in doubt, my kind of lesson I've learned, and I'm going to say this and then mess up this line. When I don't have a French curve for something, that means I just got to draw it myself, and it's not worth trying to do my own version of it. Let's make this a little bit thicker. I barely know her. Sorry if this is not a good angle for you guys to watch it, because I zoomed it in. My bad. Oh, that feels a lot better. I like that. Guys, we have a nozzle. After 14 streams, we have a nozzle. Do I need to do more engagement farming? W's in the chat for nozzle. W nozzle. I wonder what like the art engagement streamer would be like. It's just like 15 minutes of silence, and then guys, W in chat for the nozzle, and then like another 15 minutes of silence. Just like purely focused. I don't watch art streamers. Sadly, I know I should. Especially just to interact with the community. I mean, the small interactions we've had with Jess and Pinion Paint and all of them, they were awesome. So shout out them. But like, is there a streamer out there who's like, who's, I wouldn't say Ludwig. Ludwig is kind of like that, or like Jinxie. Oh my god, what am I talking about? Speed, right? Where it's like, guys, W's in chat. Let's get some Prime subs in here. Ludwig says that, right? He's like, guys, I'll do another MCSR run. If you want me to do another MCSR run, I gotta see some Prime subs, right? Is there anyone like that for art? I don't feel like arts is like involved or like energetic as gaming or drawing, I should say specifically. I always have a bad habit of referring to drawing as art. Let's get this timer out of here. What are we doing? Which is not all too accurate because it's only a subset. She French on my curve till I try. Ross draws Gartic videos where Ross draws. I think I'm used to just referring to him as Ross, so I read it weird. Gartic videos were kind of like that. I could see that. And yeah, Gartic we've gamified it, so it's like very fast, very, especially when you're like reviewing the stuff. So it's too spiritual of an act to be such a vibe. I agree, but I'm gonna put contention in the fact that subtly implies that other things aren't necessarily spiritual acts, right? Maybe we need a bit more of an explanation as to what spiritual is, because like I would definitely call, you know, these streamers spiritual in the sense that it's like it's energetic, it's with the soul, right? Not Ross Draws. Rubber Ross and Ross Draws are different people? Wait. Who's Ross Draws? Ross Draws. I don't know who this is. Never mind. I conflated Ross Draws with Rubber Ross as well. Holy crap! Their website is insane. Everybody, rossdraws.com right now, especially if you're on computer. Sorry to like, I'm actually doing the engagement thing. Holy crap, what? This is insane. Why is my art website not like this? I need to step my game up. What? Worlds? This is ridiculous. This is so good. I'll show it during BRB because I don't want to get too distracted right now. Store gallery. Holy moly. What is this? This is insane. Oh, that Black Panther one is so good. I don't know what this one is. Is this I don't know what this one is. That one's awesome. Holy crap. Well, thank you for introducing me to this artist, Bear. Holy moly. He's back from the break, I think. Back from the break? Oh, was like there an artist taking a break? That would. Holy moly. Well, what a beautiful website. I need to step up my game, man. Then again, I don't have as much as like a presence. Like I don't need a website right that like that, right? In fact, mine was made simple just because I don't want to like overwhelm both myself or others. And I also just realized I almost made a wrong line, and that would have been scary. I'm glad I didn't. I was about to do the full ellipse through here. When inking, work from foreground to background most of the time. Otherwise, you're sick and twisted and evil. Zapata talks about the using body, hands, and making illusion is spiritual, like functionally in a way. Would you not consider gaming that? You're still using your body, your hands, and etc. Streaming as well, right? I think one thing I'd like to, because I've been on a Feinberg thing recently, when he did his AA run and he cried at the end, that's spiritual, man. That's from the heart. You know, Ludwig, because like Ludwig commentated on it, or like did a reaction. Yeah. It's like you to love something that much, right? To love speedrunning and the game so much that you cry at the end. That's beautiful, man. That's great. That's spiritual. But then again, my definition of spiritual may just be different, right? And I may be complaining with something. I think just the difference between drawing and gaming is gaming affords hype moments and aura, where drawing doesn't necessarily, right? Drawing is a little small things adding up to a whole, and that could be generally even boring at times, especially to watch. Unless you, the viewer, are like engaged with what they're doing, right? You're trying to analyze their strokes. But gaming is literally meant to captivate you, right? And Zapata talks about that, right? About like games are designed to be like that. Whatever, like. Wow, he really just said hype moments and aura in a conversation. Stroke game, stroke game. Sure, I guess the illusion isn't there in games, you creating it. Actually, yeah, because like then you could have a game like Minecraft where like someone finishes their build, and then you'd be like, okay, W build, whatever, like W speed builds thing in Minecraft, likes it, who cares, etc. But it's like only after the fact, right? Once an accomplishment is made, and I guess in drawing, I don't know. I think they're different enough. Spiritual isn't a status as much as the thing that happens. Like sitting alone in front of a wall will be more spiritual than watching a video, for example. Interesting. Games are designed for people, whereas art, you're creating something from nothing. You're creating video games, but from nothing. Games is an art, but I feel like that is a different conversation, or at least I'm reading it as a different conversation. Because I just read that as like games not necessarily being the same as art, which I do definitely think games are art. I don't think you disagree, so I think I'm just reading it wrong. God, this line is wrong and it vexes me. It looks like someone took a dent to the side of this. One thing that I've realized in using this pencil, playing games, gotcha. is, and as mostly talking, it responded to Cures one, because when you're playing a game as engineered, we're creating stuff, don't do the engine part, it's a pretty big difference. Interesting. I still want to disagree with it, because like a game like Journey, I'd call art, and I'd call, if you're making it, then you're making art, right? Designing something with an intent of functionality isn't necessarily not art, right? Because like there are many art exhibits out there that have a function. Like if we look to that one, it's this is just one off the top of my mind. It's all of the like figures of like world leaders, but they're in like chairs and they're like running and bumping into each other in a room. That's definitely like an engineered thing, right? Um, yeah. Does playing games have to be like drawing? Not at all. No. Then you don't necessarily know. I'm just saying, like, if you were a reaction streamer, remember that's like the ethos of this all is like, why does art not afford being a reaction streamer or like an engagement streamer? I guess it's just not that engaging to a viewer. It's harder to incite such reactions. A game that's very relevant to right now. Why did I look as to where am I pointing? There. Okay, yeah, there. There. Manifold Garden. I'd also consider it art. I'm just responding to the main difference between games drawing being aura farmer hype in games. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, I can kind of see that. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were like saying games art, but with the comment on just the hype moment and aura stuff, yeah. I think we're all a bit lost because we have like two different streams of thought going, and also they've kind of transformed just as all discussions do, and so we're kind of jumbled up in our different conversations. Okay, now is the moment for French curves. Sculpting doesn't have to be an illusion. The illusion and is still the same area of drawing. Also, the definition is very wide. Yeah. I'm just now noticing the degree of this vexes me. But we'll live. So we have two options here. We can either do it all with one of these French curves, which I don't think any of them will have the perfect curve that we're looking for. Two, we could do it in segments, which I like, but that can be messy. Or three, we freehand it. I kind of like the segments one. That doesn't make me as fearful. But it's hard to find a curve like that. Possibly. I think French curves are an excellent example as to how tools have their specific purposes, and sometimes you just can't really force it, right? Like, there's a reason why you use different types of knives for different types of food. Or like preparing, right? Like a bread knife. Like you're not using like a kitchen like chef's knife. I don't know the names of them. I just know their uses to do certain things, right? Yeah, this is rough. I can't even find like the starting segment that I want with these. So we may have to do it freehand, which I really, really don't want to. The curve is so freaking steep at the beginning. It's ridiculous. Is this all the same radius? Kind of feels like it. Oh. Come on. Oh, no, it doesn't because it's spiraling. I'm a chud. I don't like doing it in this segment way because like I'm only getting like sections of it at a time. So let's try. Okay, I want to reinforce it now a little bit. Also, guys, we have a nozzle, or not nozzle, we have a head of our soap dispenser. W's in chat. I only get like 3 of those. Oh, wait. Interior. That's not going to work. Thought it would. It's not. Oh? This can at least help with the middle a bit. You definitely have to use the branching method here, starting from a previous line and continue with it, because otherwise the curve will look very jank. That's acceptable, I think. We have a bit of silliness going on right here, which I don't really know how to repair. I can't do it freehanded because the page now has like a dent in it, and so repairing it requires like a straight edge of sorts, like that. Still not the best, but we'll survive. Do I? Yeah, I'll reinforce this a little bit because I reinforced this a little bit up here. God, dude, I thought this would be easy. I really did. I think if I ever have a child, I'm going and they like need to go to timeout or whatever, I'm just gonna force them to watch my streams. That is like the easiest way to get your child to hate you. Like, yeah, your punishment is engaging with your father's previous work. Like, what better way to make a I don't know, a negative association with your parent? There's a branching method where you continue from a line you already have. I literally have the same name for the same thing I didn't know already existed. Yes. So in Drawbox, lesson 3, you have your branches. I hate the branching exercise, by the way. It sucks. Hi, Kavel Jr. Hope you're enjoying your punishment right now. What did you do, Kavel Jr.? So, you know, you have your... We'll just do it on this side. Oh, wait, no. I have a better piece of paper. Ah! No! I dropped the paper. Frick. Let me get up. I tried being lazy. So, yeah, branching... You have your ellipses that share a similar line. They're different sizes, whatever. And so branching, and we make branches this way, where we establish the ellipses so they're turning through space. Then you ghost the line you want to make. But the rule is that you stop right there. I'll show it again. Right there. And then when you want to continue it, so there's more of the branch over here, then you go from here, you continue off that line. Ideally, you hit right there. I missed. I hate branches so much. Right. And the ideal is, you know, we don't have this fraying everywhere. and you make contact with it. So I literally showed like all the ways you're not supposed to do this. But yeah, so that's branching, right? And the key point is, you know, continuing that line seamlessly. Okay, so that's not like the purpose of the exercise. It's definitely something you want to aim for, right? It helps a ton. Look at this chud frickin' soap dispenser, man. Kavel, why are you calling it a chud? Because it's like shorter. It looks silly. Actually, I feel like I've so for those who watch Channel 5, I've recently watched the Channel 5 thing. The word chud has kind of been ruined for me. I did not know until today of that event. I'm not going to talk about it on stream by virtue of what it is, but the word chud has kind of been... They took it from me. That was pivotal. I don't think I want to use it anymore. I was literally watching that before stream, and then I was like, I gotta stop watching this because it's just gonna put me in a bad mood. So I think chud is over, guys. Art is solved. Drawbox says it all. I know, right? Man, the videos of me, I called it. The videos of me calling myself a chud are not gonna age well. They already haven't. They already haven't aged well, man. This is my downfall. Fuck. I also don't want to finish it. The Channel 5 thing. It's rough, man. It's rough. Oh, or are you talking about the chud drawing? I could be mistaken. Because for all I knew, the chud drawing was finished. And I love it. I actually saw it. I sent it to, like I told you, I sent it to my friends and I saw it in that chat the other day. I was like, oh. And the TS block pregnancy one. The same Channel 5. Okay, cool. It's, yeah. That's why Channel 5's there, though, to cover stuff. So I appreciate it. It's crazy. I hadn't heard about it. And I have like a newsletter that I read every morning. And I hadn't heard of it. So, this ellipse. Oh joy, says Kavel. This is not one I feel comfortable doing on my own, but that's okay because it's so large that even if we have small segments that align, it'll be good. Yo, Toast, how's it going? Great to see you. Disgusting person, yep. They took my favorite word from me. Fuck. How is your afternoon, evening, or wherever you may be going, Toast? Toast is so kind to welcome our YouTube chatters. That is very kind. It is so interesting to me how YouTube fluctuates, like YouTube and Twitch populations fluctuate. There are literally some months of like everyone's on Twitch. There's some months of everyone's on YouTube. It's always moving around. Holy moly, Toast is adding their Twitch usernames even. That is awesome. Totes. Okay, that's not as curved as I want, so maybe I can kind of like draw through it. Not cheat, but to tell a story of how this is round. My belly's so round. Oh, I spilled off. Well, I learned my lesson right there. I mean, it kind of tells the story, but that's what I get for trying to cheat. You see that spin? I'm getting stylistic with it. Whatever that means. Alrighty, let's continue. Oh, okay. I'm not a chud. I can't use that word anymore. I can't call myself that anymore. I was about to say it though. I caught myself. Man, this curve is almost perfect. Not even. Every streamer was using it for a bit, so once it hits there, then everyone's got it right. That looks like a soap dispenser, guys. I'm not sure about you. I don't want to make any bold assumptions, but I think this looks somewhat like a soap dispenser. I'm going to thicken up these lines. Then we're going to do game time. And then I'll decide afterwards if we're going to do 50%. It takes me like an hour. I would press that nozzle. Hell yeah. It takes me like an hour to meal prep food, and I'm hungry. So we'll see how it's basically like, is Kavel hungry? Water, that will stave off the hunger a little bit. We'll do that. Kavel has his insipid orange drink. Kavel branded orange. If I ever do gamer subs, which if I do, shoot me, because why are we giving caffeine to gamers? I don't even like caffeine. What is even in gamer subs? I just know it's like you mix it in your water and it's like freaking a flavored juice that some have caffeine. What is even in that stuff? I'm gonna do this by hand. I may regret this. I probably will, but that did not go too poorly. Just to kind of like make it pop. Sugar. Their hearts don't feel like any action in months. Sorry, I just gave misinformation. Here, what is in gamer subs? We'll Google real quick just because we can. What is in gamer subs? Our ingredients. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, this is very annoying to read thing. Vitamin C, D3, B6, B12, H, caffeine, L-theanine, T, L-tyrosine. Oh. So a bunch of, okay. I see what they're doing. And they just put like boobs on the thing, right? Yeah. Holy crap! I cannot show that on Twitch. That's on one of the shaker bottles? Oh my god. Dude. That's insane. Don't look at their website, bro. I'm looking. Oh my god. Waifu cups, bro. What? What the fuck? Hey, you do you. I'm not hating. Damn, I did not expect that though. Jesus Christ. They know their audience. I guess so. Dude, I was like, imagine. I'm so upset. Like university, it is undeniable. There are some weird people, especially if you go to a public university, right? And respect to them, right? They're living their lives. They're a little bit. There's been some freaky incidents, right? But at the end of the day, no one's hurt. I wish I saw someone like show up to like my 8 a.m. math recitation and just like slam one I just saw, which was very insane, on like the desk, like take a swig of their gamer subs before the lesson. Oh my god, a lot of sugar and anime, bro. Holy. And that one's classic. I feel like I've seen that before because like people are wearing that ironically. Don't look that up if you don't want freaky anime faces. Yeah, don't worry. I sadly know this degree should be higher, and I despise it for that. But we'll live, guys. I widowy think this soap dispenser is finished. What else? Am I missing anything? We got all like the main stuff, right? That should not have taken so long, but I'm happy with this. Quick review. Quick review about how I feel about this, things that we could have done better, things that we did do well, etc. Do we need like One Piece like victory music for this? We'll save that for the lesson 7 when we finish Drawbox. So this was our first one with a bunch of ellipses. I feel like the lessons I learned from all the other ellipses, like the ones we used on specifically the tape dispenser, prepared us better for this. Complexity. We managed complexity by projecting onto planes near each other. And I think we're going to continue doing that. Sure, it increases error, but we were obviously very decent about controlling error here. I don't have any major complaints. The scale is obviously bad. The scale is not to the same scale as this just because of the height, but everything else, I think we did a pretty okay job. So we're going to do a 2-minute ad break, guys. I need money for buying gamer subs for this week, so that's why we do ads. We'll come back and we'll do some gaming, so be right back. So everybody, I'm a bit confused. Also, I'm going to change the music. I want something... I want silly music, but like every time I look up the silly music albums, I don't agree with them. Let me find one that I actually like. This is the time that we figure out Kavel's favorite silly music album. Is this good? Sure, why not? Alrighty, so problem. This is the same one we did yesterday. Is there like a rhyme or a reason to this? So I'm gonna move my chat over here so I don't miss out on anybody. And move my phone somewhere else. I have an email. Patreon. Cool. Guys, what's the color of this character? I would do it if it would change. How do I change? Is it okay? Fine, we'll do it. And if the next one's the same, then we'll see what's happening, right? I remember it somewhat from yesterday. We are crazy saturated. There we go. Boom. Next. Here it is different. Oof. I have seen it. It's like a very desaturated blue, if I'm not correct, mistaken. Or is it? No, okay. It's more towards the blues. Lightness. I'm gonna go. We've learned our lesson. We are a lot more saturated than we think we are. Wait, what is this game? Bear put it in stream chat. It is one where you have to guess the colors of characters. So yeah, I'm gonna guess we're a little bit more saturated than I think we should be. That's what I remember. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm doing okay today when it's characters that I know. Pikachu's cheek pouches. Isn't this like a Mandela thing? Like people are like, it's Mandela. I don't remember this. Well, isn't it red? If I remember correctly. Somewhere over here. Nah, that's not. There we go. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, come on. Don't even ask. Okay, maybe ask. I don't. What color would they be? Oh, no, it was the tail. Here, wait, let me look this up real quick. Yeah, okay. Can I just do this without opening up Twitter? Here we go. This. Which one is the right one? This is your question. (2010) Toyota Corolla by 2003 Toyota Corolla. Right or left? We have disagreement. The answer is left. Oh, actually, well, okay. So there's contention. One person on Reddit said it actually is the left, but people are saying it's the right. Right is correct. Pikachu's tail was never black, says CBR article. So right is the correct answer. Even though one Reddit post said, oh, proof that's actually like this. So yeah. Okay, he's a little bit orangish. He's a little bit into the oranges. Highly saturated. What is that song name? It was 2010 Toyota Corolla by 2003 Toyota Corolla. Oh, right here. Oh! Sorry for yelling. I probably peaked the mic right there. My bad. Oh, no. This is something that I do not know. Okay, let's get saturated just so I can like jog my memory. Oh, wait, it's also that color of the interior of his mouth, so it has to be red. Right? Okay. Bear says red. I trust. So let's just find something that looks correct. Wait, I realized I could cheat. I can literally like see some of the original pixels. Am I mistaken? So it'd be super desaturated. Let me put up the full chat here. I have a habit of when we go digital or just on here. Yeah. Net today. Oh wait, that's interesting. They have like a money counter. Has to be gummy flesh red. I don't know. That one looks desaturated. What if here? Wait, hear me out. That's like what the color here is showing, but yeah, let's go for like this. Let me go here. Oh, it was much more saturated. Oh, that was all. So I think we did pretty okay today. How do I see my average? I can. Oh, there we go. Okay. Average score 9.52. Not bad today. It goes much better. Yesterday I got 6.87. Haha. Because I just didn't know two of the characters. Okay. Now for us to get cooked. Let's get wrecked, guys. Ooh. Oh. Let me zoom in. Oh. Ha 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 ha. Fuck. What? Silent Hill? This may be it. Probably Silent Hill 2 original? No. What the hell? There's a buff man on my screen. More than usual. Oh. Yeah, in hindsight, what are these little things? Why would that be Silent Hill? This almost gives Apocalypse vibes, but this looks medieval. But this is also Apocalypse vibes. I'm gonna skip for now. R. What game ends with an R? This is not The Witcher. It is adventure though. I'm very sure this is not The Witcher though. I mean, we got buildings, bro. we got friggin' skyscrapers. Oh, what is this? Oh God. Hi, ma'am. 3 attempts. These people are cheating. I mean, thank you for the breast reveal, but I have no idea what this is. Witcher allegations are strong, though. Nier? I was gonna guess Nier. Please believe me. I actually was gonna guess Nier. I was gonna say at the beginning, oh, please believe me. I'm sorry. I should have guessed it. Whatever. GG's. On to the next. Oh, Jesus. Is this like a Mario? Is that Peach? Who is this? Why does she have colors in a bottle? Was there a Nier before Nier? It's had such a complicated history. I'm ready to give up on this one if you guys are. Okay, wait, Dr. Mario. All caps, Dr. Mario. Nice. Alrighty, let's continue. Character. Oh. Dude, on main? Is this that one Digimon? The only reason I know this is because Pinterest keeps giving me this Digimon as like a figure, as an ad, but it's like showing its butt. It's very strange. I don't, what if I just type Garumon? Garumon, I don't, okay, something with Mon. Agumon. Oh, we're insane. I typed Mon and it worked. Let's go. Okay, here's where things get bad. Ghost spikes and 2 gravity. What the hell? 2 ghost spikes, gravity, ghost spikes, gravity. Okay, so maybe a game where you try, like, what? Ghost. Let's toss in spikes. Phasmophobia, just because I feel like it. Warping, flipping, labyrinth, spaceship. Warping, flipping, labyrinth, spaceship. No way. No way is this what I think it is. Thank you for the hint, QR. This, holy. Dang it, no! No, it was perfect! It was perfect. No, dude. Pixel art, no jumping. Oh, man. I could almost believe this would be Hyperlight Drifter, but I'm only picking that because like Outer Wilds mentioned, Hyperlight Drifter mentioned. Don't worry, Safi. I think Bear meant that as in like F to pay respects rather than, yeah. Jetpack Joyride, not even. Is it? Spaceship Exploration? Pixel art? No jumping? No, because there's jumping in Jetpack. I'll put it in there, but I really don't believe that. Yeah, no. Old school time trials instant kill escort mission. Bah. So, wait, guys, pause. Let me double check this. Never mind. Yeah. So you know how sometimes messages get messed up? It's because YouTube auto translates them now. Ghost and Escort. Is that a game or are you just repeating the Ghost and Escort is crazy. Escort. I don't know. Old School is throwing me off. No Man's Sky? I would say that, but it's not. It's pixel art, right? So it can't be that. Originally, I was thinking of that with the warping, but instant kill, no jumping, Old School, pixel art. Pixel art. Mega Man, that is a good pick. Let's do that. Or like maybe Metroid. PPPPP soundtrack. Did they just fall asleep on their hair? What the? I thought they said homophobia for some odd reason. I was like, when did I type that? PP soundtrack. Who has a PP soundtrack? What's Metroid? I don't know at this point. Starts with the letter V. Oh. V for Vendetta. What do you mean, PPPPP? One-handed gameplay, unstable platforms, chiptune soundtrack. PPPPP. Oh, wait. Oh, but that's a game. That's a game. That is a game. Holy crap. Yes. Thank you. Holy crap. Damn. I mean, it kind of makes sense now. Okay, guys. Shout out QR. Here's the last one. I'm going to go, let's pick a game in 2014, 2015 area. You know, the median of all games. Should we go with Undertale? You know, we'll go with Undertale, 2014. Oof. Or 2015, my bad. Okay. Much older than 2015. Let's play over under Half-Life. Always love throwing a Half-Life 2 in there. Oh, it is a shooter, and only a shooter. It is about 2005, 6, or 7, and it is first person. Interesting. Guys, shooters from the 2000s. Oh god, we have so many. Overwatch. Overwatch was not like 2005, 2006, 2007. That was like 26, right? Or 16? Yeah, that's 2016. Oof. Shooters from early 2000s. Does it say anything? A single player or multiplayer? Probably. First person. What do we have here? Horror. Oh, this could be. It is. Wait, it's not horror. I'm trying. Oh, I can't say that. Fuck. Okay. Halo. Possibly. Destiny. Destiny, I think, is too early, but Halo. Halo is also third person. Well, Half-Life is also technically third person. Because of. No. It's strictly. So I'm going to rule out Halo. Just because Halo is third person in some points. But I don't have a good reason. It is, so it's either science fiction and action, which it most likely is. We'll toss in a. What Halo was 2007? Let's see. Halo Wars 2009, Halo 3 ODST 2009, Halo Reach 2010. Interesting. Solid Snakes, those are third person. We'll go with Halo 3. No, that's with not within 5 years, so it can't be Halo. And plus, it's just third person, so. FPS shooters from 2005. Shooter roundup 2005. Battlefield 2. That's third person, though. Let's do. This is really crazy. No. Well, no, Battlefield just can't count. I'm gonna die on that hill. Boiling Point. Point. It's not on here. Okay. Doom 3. Wait, it's not horror though, and Doom 3 definitely counts as horror. Fear probably counts as horror. And it's also Source? No, it wasn't Source. We'll do Fear. Okay, more than 2005. It is also probably split screen then. So let's do 2007. We'll do some. I should have probably done some different stuff. Anyways. I wish it was Source. Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is third person, is it? Like pretty notably third person genre. Stalker, TF2, Unreal Tournament, and Crisis. Crisis, huh? Let's try it. 2007. Okay, cool. It also counts as an adventure, I guess, because it's open world. It is definitely probably action science fiction. Not stealth, or maybe it is stealth. Who knows? Okay. FPS from 2007. List of first-person shooters. It is not organized. Top 144 best Steam games released in 2007? That's absurd. Portal came out in 2007. That's technically a first-person shooter, but we know it's not that. Oh my god, Portal, TF2, and Half-Life 2 Episode 2 came out in the same year, and Oblivion, and Stalker, and Bioshock. Holy crap. Insane. Crisis did come out that year. I'm running out of FPS. There is Time Shift. That would be a really cool callback. Nope. Oh, wait. We have... Oh, I mean, it's Activision. It's either Saber or Activision. I bet it's going to be an Activision game. Let's see what happened in 2009. Come on, we got this. Okay, 2009. Monsters vs. Aliens. The game. I don't think that's first person. Guitar Hero. Wolfenstein 3D. Came out in 2009. I think that's worth a shot. Wait, that's 2000. Oh, 2000. I'm looking for 2007. I'm a chud. I can't say that. Fuck. This game is so hard. I would wager it's harder than Duo Trigordal, which I don't understand why I'm more comfortable playing this than Duo Trigordal. Because like that overwhelms me. This somehow like I'm here. Shrek and Roll is apparently a game, by the way. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Let's try it. A real gamer probably would have gotten that instantly. But hey, we did it, guys. Alrighty, so I don't feel up for drawing more because I'm extremely hungry, so I'm going to make a wager. We are going to play a couple games of Game Guesser, and then we will call it for the night. How about that? I think that's a fair deal. What the hell? Oh god. Oh god. Maybe not. Maybe not, guys. Oh. What the hell is this? Is this a Telltale? What's the zombie Telltale game? Dead. Walking Dead. Not at all. Oh. Oh. This is very stylized. Oh. I'm trying to think of games. This has to be like 2014, right? A lot of 2014 was called like the posterize filter, right? Or effect. It looks really cute. I like it. Let's get another PC Xbox. Interesting. It looks vaguely familiar, but I don't really know this one. Any This game kind of looks, I don't know, that's maybe a bit nauseous. Any takers? Otherwise, we will skip this one and call it a loss. No idea. This is Dungeons of Hinterberg. Come on, we need a good win. Oh, Pokemon? Yo, TS Block! Oh, perfect timing. Well, good morning, first of all. What time is it for you? It must be absurd. Just in time, TS Block. We're doing this and then we're calling it for the night, so we need your help. This must be a Pokemon. Nice leaves. Yeah, we gotta draw these for lesson 3, guys. Pokemon. We're just gonna throw a Pokemon in there. Pokemon. Pokemon Snap? No. Mario. 5 a.m. work up too early. Ooh. This looks like a Mario. Is this a Mario Party, mayhaps? There's so many Marios. I'm gonna say Mario Party. Okay. Now we have to just guess which one. It has to be a modern one. This looks pretty good. Oh. How many Mario Parties are there? 10? Is there 12? No, 10 is the max. We'll play binary search even though we hit 9. Okay, so now we'll go for Mario. Okay, binary search with... We're gonna do 8. We're just gonna count down, actually. Not gonna do binary search. Okay, Mario Party 7. Please. Super Mario Party? There's a super? They make that shit super? Oh, man. I consider that a win. Any Nintendo games where there's like 80 of them, I consider that a win. Welcome back, Toast. I almost want to follow this up with Luigi's Mansion. No. Okay. Kind of gives Psychonauts vibes. It doesn't seem grungy enough. But we'll toss in a Psychonauts unless anyone... We're not super enough to know. We need to get there, though. We will. PS2. Mario Game Roll D20. That is so real. Best of luck. What is it called? Oh, I don't know enough D&D stuff, like vocabulary to make a joke. What's it called? Like saving something? Where you can like, I don't know. PS2, kind of darker game. Not Psychonauts. Get a fat skip here. Ooh. Stealth platformer. Oh, Sly Cooper. I don't know which one. Do you guys think this is Thieves in Time or Thievius Raccoons? Raccoonus? Oh, that's like the name for it. Sly Cooper. I'm normal. We're going to continue before I say anything stupid. Oh, God. Crazy pick? This can't be Juice. Or the juice drinking game. I'm not going to... I don't think it... 90%. I have no idea what this is. That tree's kind of fucked up, though. Right there. We have furries. Furries have hit the game guesser. I have no idea what this is, though. Forgot the name. TS Block's encyclopedic game knowledge may save us with this one. You know, this... Wait. Okay, this is not the game I thought it was. There is a furry game I know of called Just Barely. Chicory. I've heard of this. Chicory Tale, right? This is part of our soundtrack. I'm a fake fan. Great stuff, TS Block. Thank you. I'm not sure if this is... Okay, no. Okay. You paint it. Cool. Huge. Oh. Oh, no. Our savior. Yeah, this is really just TS Block's part of the stream. And I'm okay with that. Because we get those dubs. Some, like, AAA game. Freaking... You know, Baldur's Gate? Even... No, it can't be Baldur's Gate. This foliage is too saturated and close, and I don't believe in this rock being Baldy and Gadian. I'm just gonna put it in because I don't have any other option though. Red Dead? No, 64%, so it can't be Red Dead. Ooh. 62%. Eh? Tomb Raider? What is this orb? Why does this orb look familiar? I'm gonna skip this song, by the way. Apologies for our Twitch viewers. Xbox, PC, PS4. This orb is throwing me off, but I'll toss in a Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider 5. Nope. Is that a monkey? Is this the monkey game where you play as a monkey? I'm Googling monkey game where you play as monkey. 13 G2A has 13 games where you can play as monkey with an AI generated background. This is awesome. Ancestors? Is this Ancestors? I know I'm cheating a little bit. Holy crap. Didn't Germa play this? And they all started like farting on each other or something? No, that was a different game. Where's Monkey? Where's Monk in the stream when we need him? Dude, stop giving us these foliage likes. I'm not a plant, bro. 88%. There's some game where they were playing as monkeys and they kept farting at each other and like one of them farted into one of each other's mouths or something. This tells me this almost has the same kind of lighting as Last of Us. However, I don't think it is. I think this could be a Far Cry. Okay, Far Cry 3. Thanks. Wait, no, not Far Cry 3. 4, is it? I think it's 4. Nope. Far Cry 2. You know the definition of insanity. Wait, I skipped? Wait, what? Which were... I thought Blood Dragon wasn't this. Huh? Blood Dragon, wait, what? Am I crazy? I was crazy once. Do you know the definition of insanity? Okay. Interesting. Okay, one more. I put Far Cry 3 first and then said like Blood Dragon, and I felt very dissuaded by that. Okay, last one. Unless it's like some BS. It's some BS. Oh, God. Dude. Shaq TV. It's a Wii game? Oh. Beat 'em up hack and slash. TS Mad World. TS block with the frickin' save, dude. Is it Mad World? I feel like actually we got Mad World the other day and I guessed it and got it right somehow. One word. Oh, my bad. Okay. Holy crap. Wow, what a style. This hurts to look at, but I like it. What score did it get? 81%? That's not bad. Okay, this is for real the last one, because this is some BS. The random cross in the background and like large stone pillars. I like how this looks. 88%, but I have no idea what this is. Oh, gosh. $2024? Any takers? It's a very surreal looking game. Oh. Alrighty, we're throwing. Goodbye. This was Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Huge. Okay, guys. Well, we're gonna end it there on Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. We have finished construction number 4 or 5. I lost count. Hell yeah, we're there. I'm gonna go make some food. I have some cilantro lime rice waiting for me. I hope all of you have a wonderful night. We'll return tomorrow with either some 50% or we'll start our next lesson 6 construction. Yeah. So once again, thank you all very much for joining me tonight, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.